Hi everybody, I'm reading you a story today from the country of Malaysia, and the title is The Messenger of the Moon. There was a drought in elephant country. There hadn't been a drop of rain for weeks. All the pools and the lakes had dried up, and instead of a beautiful broad river to bathe in, all the elephants had was a little muddy trickle of water, which was hardly enough to give them each a drink, not to speak of a bath. So the king of the elephants sent a messenger out to see if, in another part of the country, there was any water to be found. The messenger travelled for many days over the hills and through the jungle, and everywhere he found the lakes had all dried up, and the pools were all gone, and the rivers were just little muddy trickles of water. But, at last, after many days of travelling, he came to a river where the grass was still green, and the water was lovely and deep. And, after drinking a little and giving himself a shower bath, he hurried back to the king to tell him the good news. As soon as the king of the elephants heard it, he told all his people to follow him and set off to find this wonderful river. Now the river belonged to a tribe of monkeys, and when some of the monkey people saw the elephants coming, they went to their king and said, "Oh, what shall we do, O king? The elephant people are coming, like mountains walking to take our river from us." The Monkey King called all his people together and asked the oldest and wisest monkeys to tell him how he could stop the elephant people coming and drinking up their river. Some said one thing and some said another, but none of them could tell him how the elephant people could be stopped from drinking up their river. At last, a little baby monkey jumped up and said, "I will stop these elephants from stealing our beautiful river and drinking it all up." The monkey people all laughed at him and cried, "How will you, a little whippersnapper that a baby elephant could crush under one foot, stop a whole tribe of elephants?" "That is my business," said the little monkey. "Just you wait and see." So the little monkey went off and climbed a tree that leaned over the river and waited for the elephants. Soon they came along, hundreds of big old man elephants and hundreds of big old mother elephants and lots of little baby elephants who could have crushed the little monkey with one foot. And the ground shook under their tread, and the trees bent as if a strong wind was blowing, and all the leaves trembled. The little monkey did not tremble. He said in his squeaky voice, "Stop, all you elephant people! If you go another step further, you will be sorry for it." The elephants all stopped and looked up, and when they saw a little monkey on a tree branch, they laughed. And their king said, "Who are you, small hairy thing that tells the elephant tribe to stop?" "I am the messenger of the moon, and the moon owns all this river," said the little monkey. "There she is, bathing in it at this moment, and if you all dare disturb her, she will be very angry and will certainly eat you all up." The elephants all looked at the river, and there, sure enough, was the moon bathing in it. So they all gathered at the bank of the river and talked about what was the best thing to do. Some said one thing and some said another. But before they had made up their minds, a little baby elephant, trying to push his way to the front so that he could hear what his elders were talking about, fell, flop, into the river. At once the moon stopped bathing and began to rush up and down and round as if she was terribly angry. The Elephant King, thinking he was going to be eaten, gave a wild scream and rushed away, and all the elephant tribe, the big old man elephants and the big old mother elephants and all the little baby elephants rushed after him, falling over each other in their hurry. The baby elephant, who had fallen in the river, pulled himself out as fast as he was able to and ran. But after a while, noticing that the moon wasn't following him, he stopped, as he was very thirsty, and he came tiptoeing back to the river. There was the moon, bathing herself quietly again. So he gently put his trunk into the water and took a little sip. And then, as the moon did not seem to mind, he took a long gulp. And then he slipped down the bank, splosh, into the water, and gave himself a shower bath. When he had had enough, he ran after the rest of the elephants to tell them that it was all right and there was nothing to be afraid of. He had not gone very far when he met his mother, looking very pale and anxious. "You young rascal," she said, "wherever have you been? I was quite sure the moon had caught and eaten you." Caught and eaten me, said the baby elephant. No way! That moon you were all so afraid of was only a reflection. I have just had a lovely shower bath in her river, and if you all come back, you can have one too. Hold your tongue, you cheeky little thing, and come along, said the mother elephant, covering him over the head with her trunk and hurrying to catch up with the rest. So the elephant tribe went back to their own country, and the monkey tribe kept their beautiful river.